America's heartland, Bloomington, Indiana, home of the Indiana Hoosiers. Memorial Stadium will be jumping in anticipation of what we've got in store today. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Purdue Boilermakers, taking on the 12th ranked team in the land, the Indiana Hoosiers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Boilermakers will put total leather to crank us up. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Indiana Hoosiers offense will start this game off. It is mostly the hardwood that's part of the sporting lore in the Hoosier State, but when these two square off like they're about to do, it's all about the old Oaken bucket.
It's all about the old Oaken bucket is right. You get that trophy at the end of the game, and you get to hold it up, and you get to celebrate and keep it for a year. So obviously, trophy bragging rights on the line.
The old Oaken bucket, man. I just feel like more is on the line. David just said it. When there's a trophy involved in between Indiana and Purdue, this is one they want in the trophy case at the end of the day.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Welcome to America's heartland, Bloomington, Indiana, home of the Indiana Hoosiers. Memorial Stadium will be jumping in anticipation of what we've got in store today. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Purdue Boilermakers, taking on the 12th ranked team in the land, the Indiana Hoosiers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Boilermakers will put total leather to crank us up. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Indiana Hoosiers offense will start this game off. It is mostly the hardwood that's part of the sporting lore in the Hoosier State, but when these two square off like they're about to do, it's all about the old Oaken bucket.
It's all about the old Oaken bucket is right. You get that trophy at the end of the game, and you get to hold it up, and you get to celebrate and keep it for a year. So obviously, trophy bragging rights on the line.
The old Oaken bucket, man. I just feel like more is on the line. David just said it. When there's a trophy involved in between Indiana and Purdue, this is one they want in the trophy case at the end of the day.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive that he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got his man quickly. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
The Hoosiers have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
catch in the middle. It's Williams. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
But I tell you what, when you run those little fellas on the slants, they got to win at the line of scrimmage. Right now, they got to make sure those DBs don't get their hands on them so they can create a little bit of space because they're not as big of a target. Nice job winning right on the line of scrimmage to make the catch.
Looking to throw, it's Rourke. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it, there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And a great job by the linebacker. You can tell, starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. The give out of the gun. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And this offense has got it all, right? It's just been tough. This defense is on its heels, can't figure it out. A bunch of plays in a row now, a bunch of success. This offense is doing what they want to do, how they want to do it. Defense is going to need to do something different to try to mix up this rhythm.
Off play action on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. They'll give it on the counter. They get him on the ground, a 6-yard run in the red zone down to the 11.
The counter play is a great play to mix in because defensively, you're not looking for the counter. You're looking to attack, attack, attack. All of a sudden, 2 guys pull across the formation. Now you got to change your direction really quickly, and it keeps you off balance and really keeps you on your heels.
Caught behind the line. It's Williams. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
Looking for a man. It's Rourke. Pocket starts to collapse. He's got his man. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the 1st quarter. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the 1st quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the 2nd. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with it.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. Coming out with it, it's Love. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Hoosiers offense will take the field for the first time. A big challenge for both of these quarterbacks, Jesse, is dealing with a ball-hawking free safety on the other side.
Oh, you're right, Reese. QBs better be good with their eyes. Better not stare down wide receivers in this one, because if you float the ball down the middle of the field, that's getting picked.
And these guys are going to be right in the middle of the field, flying all over the field, and quarterbacks will make sure that they are locked in and not throwing the ball near those guys.
That incompletion leads to 2nd down and 10. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. The school known for astronauts, Purdue, was in its own orbit, in its own universe the last time, and they destroyed Indiana.
And it was an astronomical bucket. Like, they took care of business. They made sure there was no doubt, and they continued to dominate this series.
It was a statement delivered, and the message is loud and clear. Indiana knows they cannot sleepwalk coming into this game.
Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
Big third down conversion, getting the ball to your running back, and he does the rest. This guy, I think, will get a lot more touches.
And you want to know why he's on the field on third down? Because he can block, he can catch the ball, and you can also hand it off to him, and he can go find the sticks and keep drives alive. What a weapon.
On the move, he fires. He's got an open man. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I want to put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
Snags it over the middle. And he's down after making the catch, but did not reach the line to gain. This rivalry dates back to 1891, and you want to know how important the old Oaken bucket is? When Lee Corso won it for the first time, he slept with the bucket.
There are NFL players that don't sleep with the Lombardi trophy, so that just shows you how important this trophy is to these two teams.
Well, it shows you how awesome Lee Corso is, too, because he's also the guy that, when he had a lead on Ohio State, called a timeout, brought all of his players on the field, and took a picture in front of it saying Indiana was beating Ohio State.
The Boilermakers come to the line with a new set of downs. Back to pass, it's Card. Unloads to the right. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
Really nice timing on that play. Receiver working against zone coverage on the perimeter. He's able to settle down, fight back to the football, and pick up the first.
Down to the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Using the quick game. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They're going to throw it again. Buys a little time. And he tries to get away, but he cannot. He's taken down. He'll lose a couple.
Love the job by the defense there. They weren't fooled. 2nd and short. They thought pass was a possibility. They got to the QB. Let's see if they can do it again here on 3rd.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Grab near the sticks. It's McCoby. He stopped almost immediately. He didn't get much, but he didn't need much. They've got the first down.
Really nice job there of the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on 3rd down, setting up 1st and goal.
Looking downfield, it's Card. They're bringing heat. Quarterback extends the play. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Purdue! That touchdown was a clinic in keeping your offense on the field and wearing the other defense out.
Sometimes your best defense is your own offense, being able to stay on the field. You're absolutely right, Reese. That was a clinic. Running the ball, playing at great rhythm and pace. QB making good, smart decisions and not shooting yourselves in the foot. No penalties, no turnovers. It doesn't get any better than that last drive.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3.
That makes the score Purdue 7, Indiana.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Got it in the middle, it's Price. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. He's looking to throw. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Just got to finish the play through the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? They'll try to get the first through the air. Safe completion on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Back to pass. It's Rourke. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Afterburners coming. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up 1st and goal.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
And guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. From the gun. Trying to get to him. And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
It's tough to throw the ball down here in the red zone, man. These windows, they open and they close so quickly. You've got to have great timing, and right now this offense doesn't have it. They've thrown 2 straight incompletions setting up 3rd down.
It's still 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there at that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Hand off from the shotgun. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
Picks up 7. 2nd down.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, from West Lafayette to Bloomington, there are some feisty folks and some emotional fan bases in this always contentious battle between the Hoosiers and Boilermakers. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on third down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Purdue and Indiana plays out.
We're ready to get it started here in the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Love. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. They'll open the second half on the ground. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's Card. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
And look, I know this offense made some adjustments at halftime, and they couldn't wait to get back out on the field and try to generate a score. But their defense is playing lights out. So to me right now, this is a no-brainer. After the incompletion on 3rd, just punt it away and let your defense eat.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Makes a move. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Time to take a shot. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Touchdown, Hoosiers! And that one will put them up here in the second half.
The quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Now the 2-point conversion attempt is coming. He wants to throw it. They're trying to get to him. And the defense on him, and he will go down. Sacked on the 2-point try.
That keeps the score. Indiana 12, Purdue 7.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's Card. Grabs it in the middle. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. He's right on target. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
The Boilermakers will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Quick strike complete. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
Now on second down. Give to the back. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Caught over the middle. It's Price. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking downfield, it's Roy. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first?
So surprised we have not been calling this guy's name more. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, but give the defense credit. They have had an outstanding game plan limiting him so far. That's only his 2nd catch of the game.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. Clock strikes 0 here in the quarter, and Indiana is on top. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the 3rd quarter stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. The RPO, it's complete. And he picks up a first down. That is not a flag on the play. It's just lingerie on the deck after that move. And the Hoosiers will snap it on 1st and 10. Grabbed over the middle. It's Williams. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball. And because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it. 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff to teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The pull and throw off the RPO. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Kept it on the ground on 3rd down, picked up 5 yards, but it'll still be 4th and 1. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And it's right down the boulevard.
Well, that's a huge kick right there because now the opponent has to score a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. That put so much pressure on the opponent. Nice job by the special teams going out and executing in a big moment.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. On the run from inside his own 5. He's got great speed, and the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
Well, last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. On the option. Now the toss. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man. Still plenty of time for this offense, but this probably their final drive, under 2 minutes to play. Throws for the tight end. Soft spot in the middle. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. They might be thinking back-to-back big plays after that last one. 1st and 10 from the 32. Looking to throw its card. He's going to fire deep. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
One of the reasons this defense is so hard to move the football on, they've got a safety back there who's just reading the QB's eyes, and he's so athletic and so fast. He's able to break passes up, and right now, it's like he's just toying with the quarterback. He's inviting him to try and take some shots, knowing that he's going to get there to disrupt the ball.
On 2nd down, wants to throw it. He's going for a big play downfield. Touchdown, Boilermakers! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
And you got half your work done now. Great execution, getting the score, but now we got to go for 2. Under 2 minutes left in the game. We don't know if we're going to get the football back. We get our 2-point play ready, and we roll with it.
What a big play here as they try to tie it up with the 2 in the waning moments. Throw straight ahead. He's not going to make it in as this defense comes up with the stop on the two-point conversion to hold on to their lead. Now down by 2, inside a minute to go. If they can get this onside kick, maybe they could get into field goal range. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. This is everything you could hope for in a rivalry game like this. Close game, waning moments, history waiting to be made, guys.
And it's moments like this why you come and play for these two schools, right? To play in a game like this, in a rivalry like this, in a situation, David, game on the line late, who's going to take it?
And you know when you make this play, you're immortalized. With this kind of rivalry, these are the highlights they'll be showing for years. Everybody be like, I remember when so-and-so made that play against our biggest rival to seal the deal.
And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first positive play of the drive here on 3rd down. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Off the play fake on 1st down. Chunked it away just as he was hit. And just too much on that pass. Too high, too wide, out of bounds, and incomplete.
Yeah, this offense might want to think about moving the launch point for this QB because if you take hits like that from the pocket, it's really tough to complete passes.
Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. Back to throw, it's Card.